Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Back Porch Lounge. We are the Leaf Cutters, and we are not professionals, but we're here to help. And today at the Back Porch Lounge, we have a special cigar to smoke for you. This was actually supplied to us by Grimm.
Thank you, Grimm.
It's our prime sponsor today, Grimm.
Grimm is our prime sponsor. He has given us the Diesel 10th anniversary. I've had this cigar before. I enjoyed the cigar, so no surprise there. But we'd like to see what everybody else thinks. So as we light this baby up, Robert, do you have a question?
Yeah, I do. Let's say you have your cigar and you cut an end and then you accidentally light the end you cut. Is that an issue?
It's just gonna taste funny.
You personal
You might want
experience
to
that you
get your BAC checks.
But yeah, it's just
So I have an answer for this question. There might be some others. It depends on the cigar.
Okay.
Because if the cigar is made with glue around the entire wrapper, or at least along the seam, it may hold together just fine. If it is not, it is likely to unravel as you smoke it.
That's a fair point. My point to this. Go ahead, Andy.
my thought to that was if you start by lighting the wrong end, see if you can recut it, and that goes back to what Zack's talking about. If there's enough cap left that you're not going to totally unravel the whole thing,
That's a good point.
recut it, see what happens.
It is a fair point, but here's my answer: if you cut the end and then light the wrong end, you are not going to be able to experience that cigar as the manufacturer intended.
No, but it's a fun story to tell your friends.
It is a fun story to tell your friends, or your friends will have a fun story to tell about you.
Well, for sure.
So that's
Definitely better than
that's
doing it
pretty
to a
much
cigarette.
So I hope that. Go ahead, Zach.
I have an addition to this.
Oh, okay.
There's a cigar manufacturer called Gran Habano. I'm a big fan personally. They make a couple of cigars called the Parisian King and I believe the Parisian Queen, and they both have caps on both sides. And I'm told that you can cut it off on either side and smoke it. I have not done that, but every time I pick one up, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I like this side.
But that's intentional. Just like
It
a
is
Toscano.
intentional.
You can cut
Yeah.
it in the middle and smoke it from both ends. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But like this Diesel, which is a torpedo, if you cut the torpedo and light it from that end, I'm pretty sure you'll have a different experience smoking it that way than you would the other way.
I think so too.
I don't know if you just embrace your mistake and smoke it from the wrong end, just see what happens. Get back to me on that.
I believe the case that Robert's talking about, they did do that. And he's not, to save face of the person who it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
And it wasn't Robert. But the person was talking about how they have had cigars in the past and everything like that. So they went with it. They lit the wrong end, started smoking it, and smoked the entire cigar the wrong way.
Did it unravel?
That's what I want to know.
It actually did not.
Well, then fantastic. I don't think that they made a mistake then. I think they just smoked the cigar like a an outlaw or something. That's their form of rebellion. Like the manufacturer has set up the correct way to, or accepted correct way to cut and light the cigar, and they're just like, fuck you. I'm gonna cut whatever end I want. Also, fuck you.
Also, fuck you.
So I hope that answers your question, Robert.
Yes, it actually did. Thank you.
I'm waiting for the time where he's like, no, that didn't answer our question. Like,
He's like,
fuck
try
wrong
again,
with you?"
bitch.
Yeah.
What
Google.
the hell?
There's a list. There's a list of things.
There's a list.
There's the medical
I got a
things that
PDF.
are wrong with us, the psychological things that are wrong with us.
Yeah, there's a list.
All right. So
How much
first
time do you
thoughts
have?
I don't think we have a podcast long enough. I mean, we would shut down the server with, as much time we could fill with
Right.
we don't know. So let's get first thoughts of the Diesel 10th anniversary. For me, it was kind of weird. When I first tasted the tobacco, the wrapper, it had like a tobacco sweetness to it. Not like a sweet tip or anything like that, but like a tobacco sweetness to it, which I thought was very interesting. But as soon as I lit it, that went away immediately. Now, so far, it I mean, off the bat, it's a full body cigar, straight out the gate. On light up, it's full bodied, and you're tasting a full hit of smoke and a full flavor of aged tobacco. I can't think of something better to say than aged tobacco, because that's what it is. But it's very pleasant, and I am enjoying it so far. How about you, Andy?
It's hot as fuck out here.
That's an endorsement.
Yes, and I'm sure Diesel had something
Yeah, I
to do
know.
with that.
Probably. I blame them. I mean, if it was the rage, I would definitely blame the cigar.
Yes,
You'd still be right in the cage.
despite all of it.
Ah,
Dang it.
That too?
that's points. No, I
think
didn't
that's-
take the bait on that one.
Yeah,
I feel like-
but they did.
Yeah,
I didn't say the lyrics though. I said words that were in there, but not all of them. So
You know what? I quit the game. Like, fuck you guys. I don't know what to do anymore. You guys you hurt my feelings all the time.
I think that counts as points, personally. I vote points for
Yeah, I
Grimm.
counted. I vote points for Grimm.
Yay! Temper tantrum wins.
I'm hard to deal
Go
with.
up this.
I'm a problem.
Wait, I am.
Yeah. And
All right, getting back to Andy's.
getting back
First
to, yeah. First thoughts. A, it's hot out here. B, the cigar started, well, the hot thing has something to do with this. Because the way the fan's blowing, lighting this cigar, it started out a little crooked and a little wonky, and trying to get it in the right spot where I can actually get it even light was kind of a challenge. But outside of that, Gibbs, I agree. It's full body. It's got good smoke. God actually has a pleasant retro. Paired well with the smoked brisket burrito that I had with some enchilada sauce. Does well with tea, so we're doing well so far.
That's funny. I had burritos before this as well.
Were they smoked brisket?
No, they were chili, beef, and bean. Pretty good. But I'm just pairing mine with a Sprite, of all things. Which is a Sprite, really?
Sprite
Nice.
chill.
There you go. But yeah, I do it with Sprite because I was thinking like it'll kind of wake up the palate a little bit. So that's why I did Sprite. How about you, Grimm?
Shit's dope.
Shit is
Okay.
certainly dope, sir. Shit is certainly dope. How about you, Robert?
I like it so far. It lit up perfectly. I don't have fans going, so the burn comes out even. Smell coming off the foot is great. So far, so good.
That works. How about you, Zach?
So far, it tastes familiar. I don't know if this is like psychosomatic or not, but it reminds me a lot of the Wicked, and that might be because it's a similar shape, and maybe because it's got a really dark wrapper that's kind of similarly shaped. But that's a cigar I like, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of black pepper, earth, cedar, and espresso are the notes I wrote down. But we'll see how it progresses. But so far, so good.
All right, then. So Robert brings up a good topic. So in the lounges, have you seen people doing like weird things or experience something that are even something that you thought was kind of weird, but then you think about it and you're like, hey, that's actually a pretty cool trick. For example, like, he said somebody cut it and lit it from the wrong end, right? Well, how about when I saw the first time somebody took a chisel tip a cigar and did a punch on one side of the chisel and then a punch on the other side of the chisel and then smoke it. I thought that was a pretty cool little tip and cool little thing, because when I tried it, I was like, I'm going to smoke my chisels from now on like this, because it worked really well. It had plenty of airflow.
I can't think of a thing like that. I mean, I like the chisel example because that shape of cigar kind of inspires you to think about how you're gonna smoke it, because you have a few options more so than most cigars.
Yeah, okay. Well, if you don't have an example, I got a couple of other ones. Another good example with a chisel is popping the cap. Squeezing it, popping it open versus cutting it. I've seen where people have taken the bands off their cigar, and if there's no cigar rest, sit it down and then balance their cigar on the band if they have to walk away. That's a pretty cool little tip.
I see where you're going. Yeah, I've actually done that one before. I often use my lighter as a cigar rest.
Yes, yeah.
Or
Well,
my
most
shirt.
lighters today, it's like they're coming built in, but yeah, before that, you could use it as a rest.
Yeah, like this one doesn't have a good. Just
Yeah,
balance
but
it
you
on
can
there.
still balance it on it. Yeah.
Well, and even like my cigar cutter, depending on where I'm at, it doesn't really matter what cutter I've got, but if I don't have a ashtray to rest my cigar in, you use my cutter. I can't demonstrate because it's at Zycar getting fixed.
Finally.
Finally. It's not Zycar's fault. It's totally my fault.
No.
Straight up lazy.
You know, I don't think it was originally designed to be used as a hammer. So,
But it's strong enough
now
to be.
now I have to pay for it if they hear the damn it, Zach.
What I say? Yeah, I was like, Zycar, if you're
Wait a
listening to this,
minute.
that was completely made up.
they're like, no, that's the warranty. You definitely can't use it as a hammer.
They send back like an invoice for it. Hey, you have to pay for this, and then they have like a little like QR code on a business card, like Gibs had for PCA, and they're like, go ahead and watch this clip real quick, and this is why. And then it comes back to us talking about using a hammer.
God damn it.
That is an admission of guilt.
I have no evidence that Andy used his Zycar cutter as a hammer. I was making a joke.
We have strong
Fair.
suspicion.
Disclaimer.
There was
Disclaimer.
a-
Have you ever
was-
met Andy? Use anything for a hammer.
Lucas, come here.
Bam. One shot.
I had to get him up first.
Okay. So I do have a little funny story that I did see one time in a cigar shop. There was a guy, he was a little inebriated, and it wasn't
No.
Grimm, promise. We were in this cigar shop, and there was a little table right beside the ashtray. On the little table was the guy's drink, and the ashtray was at the same height as his drink. So every once in a while, I'd see him go and ash his cigar, and he kept ashing it, and he kept ashing it, and then he puts out his cigar and goes to lift up his drink and drinks it with the cigar and all the ashes in it.
You mean the flavor enhancer?
Flavor enhancing.
Okay. Is this something he committed to or was surprised by?
That's what. Yeah,
He
that's kind of
looked
what I
at
want to
the-
know.
Okay, here's the thing. He looked at the cup like, damn, that's offensive. Like, what the hell was in there? And he goes, just puts it back, then gets up and goes to the bathroom. I'm assuming to hurl. But,
It
you
should
know,
be to hurl. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm
I
assuming
think
to hurl.
the advanced move there would be to drink the drink through the cigar.
Use it.
I mean, yeah,
use it as a
honestly.
straw.
That the
Well,
first
but
thought he should
again,
have
you
had
gotta
was,
remember,
man,
he had smoked it down. So it was just
Okay.
a nub at that point. So he dropped it into his cup.
Gotcha. That's
I mean, I don't know how he didn't hear the sizzle when it hit the. I don't know,
a lot of
but
the
it was
senses
very
are dulled
amusing.
by alcohol. Kids.
Most of your senses are dulled. by
you
alcohol.
you ever seen someone give up on their dreams in a cigar shop? Because I have.
I felt like I gave up. I gave up on his dream by not
He
warning
did. He
him.
had-
Hey,
he
dude,
never
you,
came back because so we're at a magic show at a lounge, and it was great. We're all laughing, good time, the whole shebang. And he's coming around saying hey to everybody. And Gibs goes, man, you're great, man. I barely saw when you did this, and started pointing out like all the flaws in his, and you could just see his face dropping as Gibs is just like happily going about like he's giving him, great feedback and all this other shit. We never saw him again. he
never
probably
did
gave up
magic
the
again.
franchise, cards immediately. Like he probably threw them out the window as he was going home. I don't need these no more.
That son of a bitch ruined magic for me.
He's got
I'm
a
gonna be
big
a banker.
trunk full of his magic tricks in the back of his car, and he just lights it on fire, closes the lid, closes the trunk, and then walks away. He's like, I'm done with this part of my life.
no.
He had someone filming it, so he looked cool walking as the flames are going up, like that that trope.
And then the gas tank explodes, and
Yeah,
he doesn't
Yeah.
even flinch. It's
doesn't flinch. Flicks the cigarette away, the whole shebang.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
No, it was a cigar shop. He flicked a cigar out.
I would even go, okay, he flicked his cigar, and then he looked at the camera and he goes, is that your card?
You know, that car
Yeah, that
wouldn't
was
have
coming.
caught fire if he'd had Bovida in the trunk.
Humidity would help manage the fire, I'm sure.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure Bovida would be like, don't mention us.
No,
in that,
no,
you
don't
know,
say that.
Literally,
That's not the
car
correct
fire.
Disclaimer: Bovida does not prevent fires.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
How many Bovida packs do you think it would take to put out a house fire? I'm just curious.
You should definitely
What's
ask Smokey the
what's the
Bear.
number on that?
I mean, that is a great question.
They've got water in them, right?
Yeah.
What do they have in them? Gibs?
It's water, natural salts, and food grade gelatin. That's all that's in
Okay.
it.
How do we know that?
So
Commercial or a commercial?
It was commercial.
It was definitely a I don't know. Infomercials are more correct and proper, and not me saying that I'm drinking it as tea.
Hey, but Grimm, Lucas and Riley were having a discussion yesterday while we were at a friend's house, and it had to do with a specific number.
6'7".
Fuck no, I would have beat them both with the belt.
Dude, my kids do that so often. That's immediately what I thought. And my kid can probably hear me right now, and they're probably in there going, and they're looking at me now, and they're doing it. God damn it! Hey,
I heard the response was supposed to be 8-9. Like after this, because it ruins it for them for some reason.
it's not the joke. It's not funny, huh? Your generation just doesn't get it. Get what? A 7, 8,
Right,
9.
nothing to get.
I have a mini thing about that. So, everybody, you remember Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, right? What's the universal answer to everything?
42.
What's 6 times 7?
42. They're smarter than we realize. Holy shit!
Nah.
That kind of scares me, though, that they know that, kind of know that.
Well, for all those
Think
playing
about
at
that.
home that have a hard time with math, it's 42. That's the answer.
Thanks, Zach. Guys, struggling.
We did stare at the camera though, like, what is that? 6?
I double checked the math in my head.
7.
I was not below camera counting with my fingers. I don't know the hell you're talking about.
I did not take my shoes off to add some extra digits to count.
I did not do that.
If my big toe is 4,
Jesus.
Sorry,
this
there
thing
was
is
there was going to be a pie
Thing is
reference in there somewhere, but we got
that's the next commercial. This is the pie reference.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed yet, folks, we kind of picked up a sponsor, Bovita or Bovida.
Bovida.
Open up.
which we've been taught that is the correct pronunciation, not by Bovida, but by Carlos Fuente. That's the rumor.
That's the story.
We weren't taught it. That's the story the way we heard it.
Yeah.
So
The way I heard it.
Bovida
And then
Bovida.
capitalize upon.
Absolutely. I don't know. I'm almost like halfway done with this thing already.
Just hitting the third mark, maybe.
Guess I've been puffing on it too much. Not talking enough.
I don't know. It's like developing nice.
It is. It's got a very good taste.
You get a haircut?
Gribb's just gonna have a conversation with his kid in the middle of this, so we'll let him do
I do that. Look,
Yeah.
man, I haven't seen him all day. He's all like, I got an Xbox and a girlfriend and other friends, so I don't need you for like 98% of the time. I take my 2%, man.
damn kids.
Fair.
I'm with you. I'm about halfway done with mine. What the fuck's wrong with me?
I know. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's I mean, we got a
Deliciousness?
pretty good little. It is delicious. I'm not going to say it's not. It is delicious. But I do have a little bit of a breeze going constantly, so there's constant smoke coming off this thing. So I know it's being eaten up by that a little bit.
Is that one of the aged ones?
But yes.
Get a special ultra aged.
There's
Well,
a special
no,
edition.
originally
Like, hang on.
did
So
this.
you got to remember, me and Grimm picked up the 10 when we said we were going to do it last year.
Right, and I couldn't find one.
Yeah, and you couldn't find one, so Grimm ended up picking up the rest of them for everybody else. So ours evidently were already pre-aged a little bit, and that wrapper was like dark.
Why does this rapper look like Sid?
Yeah, there you go. Robert's showing you. That's what the wrapper looks like.
Yeah, mine didn't.
With the
look
cello. Well,
good. So
it's in there. I'm not digging for it.
No, but it's delicious, and I have to slow down a little bit so y'all can catch up.
The sweet
Doesn't,
sounds of
uh,
meat.
sweet. Yeah, birds are going at it over.
Put a knife in between the two of them, let them have it out.
Yeah, this doesn't taste like a Wicked anymore to me. It's sweeter, more complex, less like it's after your soul, more like it's after your
Yeah,
It definitely is.
we're gonna go with the sweeter part. I don't know about the rest of that.
That's what I'm saying. I had that natural sweetness when I started it.
Mine-
Caught it.
Mine didn't start that way, but it definitely has some sweetness to it now. It's good. It's good. It's good.
It's good.
Speaking of sweetness, this came on the other day. I was driving back from my mom's house in Marietta, and I'd stopped by Walgreens and bought a movie theater box of the Sweet Tarts. I don't know why. I had one, and I was automatically taken back to when we'd go to the theaters as a kid and get a box of these Sweet Tarts and just eat the whole damn thing while watching one movie. It made me think, what were y'all's movie theater candies growing up?
Twizzlers.
I like Nerds.
Yeah, you do.
You are all wrong.
Yeah. Or what's the mint one?
Junior
Mints?
Junior Mints.
Yeah, Junior Mints.
Y'all are all wrong.
Nah.
were wrong.
Bottle caps, man.
Our
Bottle
theater
caps
didn't
were
have
good.
bottle caps. Those are like the
Bottle
sweet
caps.
tart
Wait,
candy
wait,
shaped like a bottle cap, right?
Yes, but
Okay.
they tasted different, and they
Yeah.
they were better.
Depending on the
They were higher
color.
quality sweet tart.
Which movie theater had
Sometimes-
fucking bottle caps?
Yeah. None of the
Riverdale.
theaters here.
Ghetto one, I guess.
Arrowhead.
Arrowhead too.
But see, I don't remember going to Arrowhead, but like maybe once, maybe twice. No, I take that back. I remember going once. It's the same time I cracked my skull open and went to the hospital.
That sounds like the short version of a story.
That is the short
Very
version.
short version.
The details of the story are too embarrassing to repeat.
No, I mean, I was 6 or 7. We went to see one of the, I don't remember which Star Trek movie it was that had just come out. And we were all going to see it. And I was running around the lobby and being a kid before the movie and tripped, fell, hit my head on the ashtray and promptly got put back in the car and driven over to Southern Regional for stitches.
What year was this?
Fuck, I don't remember.
You said you were 6?
It's in the year of our Lord.
78, 9, 80, 1, 2, 3, 84, 83, 84.
Search for Spock.
There you go.
Bam.
Bam.
Bam. Ba-la-la-la.
I hope it is. I'm peacocking for the next Mrs. Nerd.
I know what year all the Star Treks came out, so I'm kind of a big deal.
It's a kilt dropper, or, something.
Okay, so just so you know, kilts are usually worn by men. So, yeah, you're probably right. in
That
this
was a joke.
instance. I'm just saying.
The
Well, I'm just pointing out the gayness of the joke. I'm just, just let it be there.
You're highlighting the fact that I made it.
Highlighting. Yes.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You know what?
Mhm.
I'll redo it. It definitely drops some uniforms, especially with a couple pips on it on the lapel. Lieutenant and above at least. You definitely have to work in operations or security.
Oh, engineering? Come on.
No, and well. You know what? If they have a good enough life insurance policy, a red shirt works too.
You're looking long term. I get you.
Hey man, if I collect me a couple red shirts, I can get somebody in the command line because I've already got like a built up egg stash. I've got 1 million dilithium cubes in my bank, so I may be ugly, but I can treat you to a nice dinner.
Star Trek is
Is it-
post scarcity. Everyone has replicators. Money is not a thing.
Yeah, but
That's
the
what I'm saying.
Marines do it.
Does it matter when you have free food?
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell?
those are
They still have to get from
crystals, though,
somewhere,
man.
and
They'll
it's
make
from
your spaceship
carbon.
go.
So, okay, so I have a warehouse full of carbon, and you can make whatever ribeye you want. Bam! Is that a better reference for you? Fuck. How dirty do I have to
All
get?
right, little, just
I think you'd have had it spot on if you'd have stuck with the dilithium and then just use that as it's a proponent. It's propellant.
Yeah.
Use the
I
power of the
mean,
engines.
it's-
you
You
could have went as
after
far
that
as
sweet-
dark matter and red matter, and if you had any of that going on.
How do you
Gold
feel about
press
this?
platinum.
How do you feel about? There you go. We got the gold press line.
If they provide some red matter, I'll make their warp core eject.
There you go. We're officially beyond anybody who's ever watched this podcast. They do not want to watch this shit anymore.
Yeah, we just lost a shit ton of followers.
The 3 people that watch are just like, no, that's too much.
Yeah, that's too much. God. Turn this
I'm
shit
done.
on. So where are we at on our sticks? Because I slowed down.
I'd say about the halfway ish.
Third.
About halfway.
You have a
Halfway
third
works.
left.
Oh,
Okay, so we need to do a halfway review. All right. So damn, I'm enjoying this smoke. I literally for a minute there thought we were just hanging out and not doing a podcast because I was too busy enjoying the damn cigar. So getting back into podcast mode here, so far it's fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, I'm enjoying the taste. It does have kind of a funky burn going on, but again, like I said, there's a little bit of a cross breeze going on. Could be affecting that, so I'm not gonna knock it off for construction or anything like that because it cut great. It's holding together. Funky burn, But yeah, it's fantastic flavor. I'm enjoying that. I did have the natural sweetness come back a little bit, and now that it's hitting the sweet spot, I'm enjoying it even more. So this is a very enjoyable cigar for me so far. How about you, Andy?
Why does my chest hurt? No, kidding. It doesn't. Still pretty full bodied though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Again, continues to pair well with the sweet tea. It's currently keeping the wasps mostly away. Still some of that. I'm with you. It still has some of that natural sweetness, that natural tobacco sweetness. The retro's still smooth and got a little pepper to it, but not enough for you to go, oh God, what did I do to my sinuses? Why are my nose hairs on fire? And yeah, a little wonky burn here and there, but nothing that was worth touching up. It's evened out. Get it out of the fan for a second. In fact, I had to move the fan. But yeah, I mean, it's progressing well.
How about you, Grimm? You gonna elaborate on that shit's dope?
I would get infected by the bork for the cigar.
You mean assimilated?
It's still an infection.
Still an infection. Nanoprobes, man.
All right, fine. I would. Okay, so in the very original, the 77 Star Wars, they had the the X-wings going down the trench and all that, and they'd have like one in there and the two. I would be on the back end knowing I was going to fucking die just for a chance to get one of these cigars. How about that?
That's bold.
Very bold.
That's really bold.
You would become starfighter fodder.
Yeah,
for the cigar.
put me in an X-wing and give me a box of these things. I'll go down swinging.
Gotcha. How about you,
I
Robert?
got a TIE fighter while I'm at it.
Continues to taste good. Continues to burn well. Continues to taste good. It's a very good cigar. I like it. You'd say this is the 10th anniversary. It's well done.
And many more.
Hopefully, many.
I'm not having any real, well, maybe a little bit of a wonky burn, but it's not something I'm going to touch up yet. The flavor is like really, a lot of the pepper spiciness at the beginning is kind of toned down, and it's more like coffee, and I said espresso at the beginning, but I think this is more like a medium roast now, and it's got some sweetness to it and some other flavors. I don't have the taste vocabulary to describe, but they're flavors I enjoy in a cigar.
We need to get Diesel to reach out to Andy.
Do you want them to reach
Because
out, or
he
you want me
just-
to reach out?
No. They need to reach out to you if they're interested, because he just gave them a whole new tagline for their cigar. Diesel 10th anniversary, wasp repellent.
Said that, and 2 seconds later, one flies up under the fireplace over here. God damn it.
See, now you're admitting that's not
That's all
true,
right.
and you're not getting the money for it.
The smoke's not going down that direction. It's keeping them out of my face, which was better than it was doing Friday. Because whatever I was smoking Friday wasn't, I know what I had Friday. We won't talk about it on the show. But yeah, I had a wasp that just did not give a shit. Nobody was hanging out with me on the patio for that reason. He's like, you have friends? No, I'm going to visit you and stab you in the face. Fucker wouldn't sit still long enough. He was sprayed. Oh well. Should have just come on over. It's a short drive. It's 32 miles.
It's impossible.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Please come visit.
No, leave it alone.
Oh well.
There's more of us here
Moving
than
on.
there is over there. Come on, man. Just bite the bullet, and you can crash on my couch. It's fine.
Okay.
Wow, we lost 2 of them.
We lost everybody.
But it's still recording, so we can just have the episode without them.
That's right.
Hi, I'm Grimm, the temporary host of the Leaf Cutters. Today, we are bringing you awesomeness with the D. What do you think about the current political climate in Montana?
I don't think it's populated enough.
I know nothing real about the political climate in Montana, but I did watch Yellowstone, so
Is that not the political climate?
It seems like there's a lot of bad people living in a beautiful state.
Having not
I can see it
not
now,
having been to Montana.
just scanning the horizon of just, okay, that's a bad thing, that's a bad thing, that's a bad thing. Oh, this is pretty. God damn it. What beautiful nature. Bad thing, bad thing.
I will say, since we're talking about Montana and Yellowstone, the scenery in that show is like almost worth watching. Like, I enjoyed the show, but like they're just in such epic locations, and like, yeah, it just makes me want to go to Montana.
I watched the first episode and I got super sad that the first thing that they did was basically shoot a horse, and I was like, not for me. Horses are majestic.
They are majestic.
How do you feel
That's what
about the
Matt taught
movie
me.
Old Yeller?
I don't
I've
really
never
watch it
actually
either
seen
because he may have been
Yeller.
old, but the Yeller part was perfectly fine and functioning. Like, he was a good dog.
Maybe a little rabid right there at the end.
When your loved one gets bit by a zombie, do you immediately shoot them in the face, or do you wait until like the last minute when they're about to turn and be like, all right, man, I got all the time I could with you. I love you. Bye. Bam.
That's a good question.
That's a really good question, Grimm.
Think it depends on what version of zombie they are.
Which one do you want to go with?
That's what I'm asking. Like, what are the rules for?
Are we going with like the Walking Dead version? Or are we going with
Yeah, we're talking about rage zombies. We talking about slow zombies.
Yeah,
What are we talking about?
28 days later zombies. These are
You know what? Let's go with the generic new like Walking
Shaun of the
Dead and
Dead,
Dawn of the Dead and all that,
zombies.
where they have to actually they get bitten and then they deteriorate to death and then they come back as a zombie. Not
Okay.
the quick like 5-second turnaround of the rage virus from 28 days later.
So, but the version that
wait,
you
hold
have
on.
to destroy the brain to stop them.
But are those zombies? Because
They're
I
not
think they're just
technically,
raging.
but
Yeah, they're
they-
rage infected. They're technically still alive.
they're advertised though as a zombie movie though, so that's kind of a
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but we're
Like,
going traditional.
from definition. I don't think that they're actually zombies, but you know, if that's what they want to believe that they are, then you know, who am I to question their writing? You know.
If they're not Haitian, are they traditionally zombie?
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Because voodoo. You do voodoo.
That you do.
You voodoo bitch.
All right, so I will take the Shaun of the Dead approach to it. Tie them up in the shed, put a video game in front of them, and go visit them every once in a while, and get onto them if they try to bite me.
I don't remember who I had the conversation with. I think it was my kid, but they cracked the joke about putting somebody out in the shed like Shaun of the Dead, and I was like, yeah, but it's a bad example for Ed in that movie because he almost on a basic level didn't change character wise, other than he just shut up. Like that was it. Like he's still the same character, even as a zombie.
I think that's the funny part about it.
Yeah, but like other people, like they showed like people moving shopping carts and stuff. Like they had a specific task or job that they did. Like something singular that they went back to.
Well, Grimm, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take it and put some comic books out there with you, and some video game systems, and that's what it's just gonna be. That's gonna be the rest of your existence.
I'm all right with it. You can do that now.
See? All right then.
Don't need a job hunt no more. I'm in.
I don't think anybody else has answered their question though.
If I have to wait to the last minute, depends on who got bit. I mean, quality of life, right?
I feel like
Perfect.
it's situational.
Yeah, and I think it strongly depends on the situation. Are you in
Like-
imminent peril, or is this like controlled and you're debating whether or not to put the loved one out of their misery?
Yeah,
or out
in
of
the
my
safe
misery,
house,
whichever.
sure. If you're running for your life and one of your family members get bit, like, do you like that family member enough for them to not be bait?
Good question.
Good question. I hope we don't have to find out.
That's right.
Man, that would be a bitch. One day you wake up and they're like, "Oh God, they're real," and you're like, "What's real? Zombies, April Fools. It's September. Fuck."
All right then.
Save that last round for yourself.
I don't know. Like everybody fears being a
All right,
zombie.
but hold on,
and
hold on.
everything like that, but is it that bad?
Let's turn this around though. Say you couldn't take out the loved one because you had too much sentimental attachment to him and you couldn't let him go, that kind of deal. And you did put him in the shed. And what happens if they get off the chain or whatever and bite you? You are now responsible for the second round of zombie infections and shit. So is there
Wow.
a moral, is there a moral
Yeah,
dilemma
are you
there?
like
How religious
Are
do
you-
you get, right?
protecting humanity at that point?
My thing is you only have to worry about that question for like X amount of time, and then when you turn, it doesn't fucking matter.
So
Or
but
do you
you're
go on a
already
vengeance-
taking the
do you go on
morality
a
out of it.
vengeance
You're
strike and
being
you're like-
you're being kind of.
Go ahead, Gibbs.
I'm just
Being
saying
kind of what now?
you're already taking the step that you don't care if you get bit, but you're also taking all of humanity into your decision.
I'm not saying that I don't care. Like personally, I put one in my brain because I personally wouldn't want to. But as a general question, once you turn into a zombie, there's no thought process. There's no brain activity going on. You no longer care. So you fret about that question for about an hour or so, and then you turn, and then it doesn't matter to you.
Okay, right. But what I'm saying is you made that decision before you decided to save that person. Because you now have that, morale.
You mean from
that-
saving Ed?
Right. So
Okay.
by saving Ed or your loved one, you have taken on the responsibility that if this does get out, you are now responsible for possibly starting another zombie pandemic coming on, or another zombie apocalypse coming on.
That's that's happened before in history though, like AIDS monkey.
How vindictive do you feel when it comes to being a zombie? Fucking hate you. You're a dick. Bad customer service.
Okay. No, just a thought.
Oh my
Right,
God!
also,
Also, a new way to terminate people. We feel like you got enough things wrong on the help desk there. We're just going to put you in this room. Don't worry about it. Just sit there.
It'll be fine. Sit in the chair.
Sit in the chair. Also, we put a life insurance policy out on you.
But
Don't
wait,
worry about it.
can you collect?
We're gracious.
Can you collect if the body's still alive? Brain's gone?
Well, I mean, if it's a zombie, it's undead at that point. It's not alive.
Can you collect though?
That raises an interesting question to me. If we're on the tail end of a zombie outbreak and things are back under control and Grimm is living in the shed, I feel like there's measures that are in place already by then, and I don't think insurance is one of those things that you're going to be able to get. I don't think the insurance companies are going to pay on that.
Unless you have a zombie rider along with on your insurance clause.
I see you paid the extra for the zombie rider, so
Yeah.
we'll take care of
We'll
it.
pay out.
Yeah, but
Thank you.
you missed a month, and so your premium skipped, and yeah, that's not valid anymore. It's now a pre-existing condition, and it doesn't count.
That policy was from 10 years ago, and you haven't made 9 years worth of payments.
I've been dead. What do you want?
What do you want?
But I'm not dead yet. Oh, but you will be getting the cot.
I feel happy. Happy.
Yeah, that also brings in the insurance company as far as it goes for like when things happen. When the last major hurricane hit in Florida, they dropped like I'm gonna say it was like 300,000 home insurance policies like before the storm hit because they didn't want to have to pay out the premiums and everything else like that. They're like, hey, zombies that broke out in like New York or whatever, like a high population area. They're gonna be like, bam, we're dropping as many people as possible to save that money.
Way to make
I
it
did that shit
political
here,
there,
too.
Grimm.
Yeah.
We're political about it.
No, they did. Well, the same thing happened in California. Right before that last fire hit, they dropped several thousand people.
Yeah, but that's not a political
Because-
thing. That's a corporate America thing.
Yeah, it is a corporate America.
That's
thing.
because they knew the fire was coming. Wait, conspiracy theory?
But they didn't start it.
Not taking the bait.
God damn it.
Love that song. Not taking the bait.
Don't know nothing.
Changing the subject of that particular song. Fall Out Boy or Billy Joel?
Billy Joel. Come
Billy
on.
Joel.
I wasn't paying
I mean,
enough attention. What was the song?
No.
Grimm, what was that song?
Phenomena.
Oh, fuck. Good.
No, it counts. 10 points. Andy.
The strong song.
It's like like Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Shaving a
Yeah.
Haircut.
Yeah, it's
All
exactly
right.
like that.
They, man.
It's like that as well.
See, but Roger Rabbit, I know that the shaving a haircut thing is a big thing, but every time you say Roger Rabbit in music, I think of Jessica Rabbit singing her song, and I just have that whole scene go through my head because
Wait, she
It's a
sang a
must.
song?
she did, and it was beautiful.
It was an important moment in Gibbs' life.
It was an important
It was a
moment
great
in
point.
Gibbs' young life where
when
he
he was
got
like,
to see
"I'm in a woman, holy
breast
shit."
enter the room before the woman did, and it was amazing.
You're not wrong.
Really the only thing I think of when I think of Roger Rabbit is I wish, like, whenever I get hit in the head or anything else like that, like little birds and stars and shit would pop up. I can do it right. I swear to God. Yeah.
I could do stars. I could do stars. What? This cigar's just getting better and better. It really is.
Yeah, it's pretty darn good.
It's got 10 years worth of tobacco to go through. I mean, it's an anniversary cigar. You have to
I know,
enjoy the
right?
whole 10 years in an hour and a half.
I mean, I'm up
Ish.
to like, year 7, I think, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm probably with you there on year 7.
There. Is that
Yeah, Robert and I are about the same spot. Maybe 7 or 8. The geese say 8.
So I've been going back and watching Big Bang Theory because it was one of
Okay.
those that I enjoyed it, but only got to like season 4, and then for some reason I stopped watching it. I guess because there's nobody else in the house that watched it with me. So from season 4 up, there's nothing but spotty. I've seen a couple of episodes out of each season all the way up to the end. So I've gone back and started watching it all over again, and that show is fantastic even today.
Uh-huh.
Going
I was
back
going to
and
ask how
watching
it holds up.
it still holds up well because, I mean, you can look at all the technologies, and this is, of course, I'm in IT. I look at all the technology and I'm like, God, that shit was old. Or it's old now. All the Alienware stuff that's in there and everything like that. But a lot of the technology that they were talking about in the show is still used today, which I thought was fantastic. Especially like the the virtual person where Sheldon had his face on like an iPad and he was going through all the places, and that's how. But he stayed in his room the whole time. Well, we were seeing robots like that at MomoCon we went to over the weekend, and I was like, "Holy crap, that's still being used!"
There's an
But-
episode of Community where they had inmates from the local prison that were going to the community college with
Students, yeah, that was a hilarious episode as well. Because like even the the little robots were harassing people, try to bully them and shit. It was funny as hell.
tried to push Jeff Wenger down the stairs or something.
I think
Grimbles?
you met up with him in the parking lot or some shit. It was funny as hell.
Did Grimbles get a second one? Looks like
All
it.
right.
Wait, are you lighting a match?
Are you lighting a
with-
firecracker? What the hell?
Are you lighting a match
Stick
with
of
a
dynamite.
lighter?
I ain't no pussy.
Or is that a that's a cedar spill? I'm hoping that's a cedar spill. Yay!
I'm keeping the gravy
Understood.
train rolling.
But
Good on you.
So this was a torpedo. How'd you guys cut your cigar?
If you cut mine.
V-cut.
really surprised. Robert V
I
cut
V-cut
too.
everything at this point.
I did not. I went straight cut on it.
I usually will straight cut torpedoes, but I was feeling different today.
Feeling fancy.
Yeah.
Careless and fancy, Freddy's way to be so.
Well, I usually like the V cut, but
Is that points
some
for Zach?
reason.
There's
Yep.
no way
I-
Zack knows that song.
I don't know that song, so
So then no.
it was unintentional.
Okay. Just trying to help you out, buddy.
So usually the last two V cuts I've had for some reason have not gotten the right airflow through the cigars I was smoking. So I kind of went back to straight cut for a minute.
Yeah, I used to be all about the V cut for everything, and I've since gone to the straight cut for almost everything. But I went with V cut because I feel like the V cut gives you a little extra airflow that in a torpedo. I don't know if it does, but I feel like it does.
The straight cutters I have on the patio are not. I didn't feel like we're sharp enough to do justice to the cut and make a nice clean cut.
Here we are.
It's straight. But believe it or not, this cheap little straight cutter has lasted probably 10 years.
It looks really familiar.
Yeah, it doesn't fail me. Shit, I think I cut some in the parking lot of PPT with this fucking cutter.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
So it just goes to show, I mean, it depends on what it's made out of and whatever, it'll last a while for you.
Keep them clean, folks.
Yeah, that's the key, honestly. Brush it off, keep it clean.
Don't slobber all over the cigar and then cut it and get extra tar on there.
Fair point. So I found some interesting news. I put out a question last Friday about barber poles.
Yeah.
And if people like barber poles, if they don't like barber poles. And the reactions were crazy. It was like all over the place. I had very few people say, yeah, I enjoy barber poles. Most of the responses of it are, I haven't had one,
Really?
or they're hit and miss. That's been the two responses that have been the most responded to, were either I haven't had one or they're hit and miss. And I agree with the hit or miss because, some barber poles, fantastic. But I mean, same thing with cigars. Some cigars, fantastic. Some not. But with barber poles, it is hit and miss. But once you do find one that you like, they're usually pretty darn good.
Yeah,
And
I can think of a few that I really like in barber pole, and not very many that are memorable beyond that. So I don't know if that's so hit or miss for me too.
Mesmerizing. If you just sit here and do this with them, it's hypnotic.
It's hypnotic.
I mean, I think they can make a cigar look really fancy, and sometimes it works really well with the blend. I really like the way Romacraft does it on their Aquitaine, the Sabertooth, and I really like the way Black Label and Blackworks does them. Theirs are usually a little more subtle. It's usually like a dark leaf with a darker leaf on the outside, so there's like a little like contrast, but not significant. Like on the Morphine or the Lizard King, those both kind of look cool and also taste good.
This is the same thing about the Killer Bee and the Green Hornet.
Yeah,
They're not
Yeah,
they're not
very
as
much
much
so.
barber pole, but they've got especially the cap and throughout.
Well, that's another question. Are the design ones considered barber poles? Or are they just considered design?
Ooh,
Because like you said, with
Yeah,
the Killer
'cause-
Bee and the Hornet, those are design. Those aren't really full-on barber poles.
yeah, but they do
Yeah.
have the extra wrap.
They do. So you'll probably get a hint of that extra wrapper in flavor-wise.
Yeah,
And that was the other thing that I brought up was like A lot of people liked, a darker wrapper with a lighter wrapper, or they liked a dark wrapper with a darker wrapper. Not so much the going opposite ends of the spectrum, doing a Maduro with a Candela. But I think if you're doing a barber
Although
pole,
I've
that's
had one of those, it was delicious.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like the Filthy Hooligan.
Yeah, for sure.
I was thinking
Yeah.
the Shaolin from Blackworks
Yeah.
with the
That too.
Maduro and Candela. Looks
I think
really
I've-
cool.
thinking
Smells pretty good.
I'm more familiar with the Filthy Hooligan with Alec Bradley, but it's still a delicious cigar.
I've never had the Hooligan.
The Hooligan's pretty good.
You pick one of those up.
Especially around St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, St. Patty's Day is when they, kind of have a big release of them, but they're usually available year round.
You can find one somewhere.
You usually find it places that carry, at least carry Alec Bradley. But I like the Candela and the dark wrapper mixed together. I think it's a mixture of flavors that is really good. The New Orleans Cigar Factory came out with a flavorful one time, and I got it, and it was delicious.
They had one, or they had it when we were there last time.
Did they?
Yeah, I didn't. It was on a different shelf. It was kind of off to the side. I didn't pick one up, but it looked nice.
Okay, well I missed it last time because I do remember getting that one time, and I thought it was pretty good.
Man, this cigar
Starting
did
to
its
get-
job. I'm relaxed. I'm ready for a nap.
Me too. Do what you want. I'm just gonna smoke.
Okay.
Andy takes his hat and covers his eyes like this.
So Andy's beard. How do you feel?
I haven't actually had my eyes open for like the last 10 minutes. I'm not gonna lie.
Grim is all the way asleep right now.
I'm
I'm
doing
part
pretty
Asian,
good
so my eyes are hardly ever open.
No,
Aww. Self racism.
best kind.
Seems more observational to me, but whatever.
How do you see yourself in the morning? Barely.
That combined with the bad
White screen.
eyesight, it's just fucking terrible.
Right.
Part of me is glad that you guys didn't hear that. Ben edited that out later.
I didn't catch
Leave
it,
it.
so it's gonna
Yeah,
stay in.
neither.
He said, "How do you see yourself in the morning?" And I said, "What in widescreen?"
Wide angle lens. I take a picture. I critique myself, and then I cry.
Gibbs, I got a question for you.
Shit. Okay.
You're the only other person I know that has one and has plugged it in. So I was talking to a buddy this morning, and he's in the process of getting rid of some of his older stuff and kind of trying to get rid of stuff that's just sitting around collecting dust, right? And he listed off half a dozen video game systems. The last one being the Atari 2600. And he's got probably an 80-inch, maybe even 4K, at least 4K, maybe even 8K TV. I'm like, I want to know, if you plug it in, what's it look like? I want to hook it up and see what 8-bit looks like on that size TV.
Well,
You
I'll
gotta
tell
get
you.
an adapter for it, and then even then, it does not look that great. It's still it's very like nostalgic, but is not like
Because it doesn't upscale for shit.
Well,
it does not
it
upscale. It doesn't upscale.
depends on what you plug it into. It's going to go to the maximum frame that it can do. So it's going to be a box in the middle of your giant TV, right? So it's not going to go the full width of your TV, but it doesn't look bad. It's playable.
Does he have
I mean-
Custer's Revenge?
I don't know what he's got. Probably. He's got a crap ton of games for it. Not one of the
No,
things
but
he's
it-
looking to get rid of.
I mean, all I know is Barnstormer is still amazing. That's all. I
I'm a big fan of River Raid.
River Raid's pretty good, but Barnstormer was it for me.
3D Tic-Tac-Toe
so-
was not it for me.
So
Pitfall.
Custard
Pitfall's good.
Good one.
Dig Dug.
Custer's Revenge was a naked custard with a pronounced manhood in 8-bit saving Indian women. It was the first adult game.
First adult film? Or yeah, okay.
It
Either
probably
way.
was the first adult film. They got
doubt
really
that.
bored.
No, that was the 80s or something like that, and porn
No.
definitely
No,
has
no,
the
no.
70s.
I think adult films go back way beyond that, maybe the 20s.
Okay, there were adult films as soon as film was invented. Are you kidding me? Let's see what a
It
booby
was like
looks
the
like
first
on
thing they
film.
shot.
The little 3-second,
get that bought it.
flip box, photos.
Mhm.
It was just a brrr,
Boobies were involved. I'm just saying.
big
You
piece.
work with
All
that
right.
corset, like
All right, so I'm getting to the sad part of my cigar. It's burning my fingertips.
So burning my fingertips, but it is getting a little hot.
So I think we're out to rate them.
And getting out.
All right.
Rate them before you have to detract it because it got hot and you hate it.
All right. So for mine, that was just delicious fucking smoke. I enjoyed it from light up to end. There was not a spot in it where I was like, oh, it's going to get better. No, it was good from light up. Burned really well. Construction was great. Taste was phenomenal. Did what it's supposed to do. That mofo is going to get a 5. I enjoy it. I want another one, and it's getting a 5, so it's definitely leaf cutter approved. There we go. How about you, Andy?
Not the first one I've had. You're right. Thinking back on it, there was one at least a birthday present somewhere along the way. But yeah, so it burned great throughout, minus the fan and a little bit of wonky burn. That's just, I'm not even not discounting for that. Flavor was good throughout, and it was a full-bodied smoke the whole time, and the flavors were good. Still getting a little, maybe a smidge of pepper here at the end, but still some of that sweetness. Really don't have anything to detract about it, but it's a really good cigar. I'm gonna give it a 4 3/4, so 4.75 for me.
4.75, leaf cutter approved. All right, Grimm, how about you, buddy?
What was the thing in the Indiana Jones thing where you looked at it and it melted your face?
The Ark of the Covenant?
The Ark of the Covenant.
There we go. Yeah, I would stare directly into the Ark of the Covenant for another one of these.
But you won't be able to enjoy it.
Yeah,
Your
you
face
won't
be
get
melted.
Tell me that. Let my
Okay.
dedication be what it is.
Okay.
Because that is dedication.
Look, man,
I'm not discounting.
It's a premium full body cigar, man. Like that was just top notch, no complaints. I would smoke all of them that were in front of me, man. It's fantastic. So it's getting a 5. And I can't think of another nerdy reference that I would survive from. So, come back to me.
Well, I was just saying, how did they give it to you? You die, you're on the ground, it just set the cigar on top of you. Be like, there you go, buddy. There you go.
Actually, I couldn't hear you because there was traffic.
That's okay. It was a bad joke anyway. How about you, Robert?
Moving on.
Yeah, I agree with you, Graham. Ben, that was pretty bad. Graham, thank you. This is the first one I've had. I definitely want another one. Burned evenly all the way through, still smoking it. I'm going to smoke it till it burns my face off. Very flavorful. Very, very flavorful. Yeah, 5. Definitely leaf cutter approved.
How about you, Zach?
No issues. Didn't have to touch it up. Flavor was once it got to the second third was pretty consistent. The first third was a little more peppery, and that's kind of died down into like a white pepper on the back end, but nothing super spicy about it. It's really good. Yeah, thanks, Grimm. This is I wasn't able to find one of these locally, and I've looked, and it was out of stock. The places that were carrying it when I did online ordering, and this is, I definitely would grab another one if I saw it, and I'm gonna give it a 5 too because there's leaf cutter approved.
Cutter approved.
I thought of it. Okay. In the movie Armageddon, when they're on the rocket ship and they're like, everybody's about to die. He's like, well, the fat lady's singing. It's the fat lady cigar.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
They didn't die, so that's why my reference is still there. But
Works.
It works.
Works.
So it's your victory dance from Independence Day.
so we're gonna kick tires, light fires, and then let that dude die.
All right. So Ben Affleck still gets to die. I'm just kidding. No, it's Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis dies. Bruce Willis dies in that one. Sorry, spoiler alert, people.
I think we're
Is it a spoiler at this point? That was a 90s movie.
If you haven't seen that, 20-plus-year-old movie, spoiler alert.
And if you haven't seen it, go watch it because Liv Tyler.
Yes, Liv Tyler.
Fuck yeah.
Just know Liv Tyler and Animal Crackers will never be looked at the same again after you watch that film. Just go watch it. You'll see what we're talking about. And on that happy note, good night.
Good night.
See ya. I travel a lot with kids' functions, family travel, work travel, and keeping cigars in good shape used to be a challenge. Now I travel with a Bovito humidification bag. They're nice. I'm just saying. They're like big enough to carry multiple sticks, stay humidified 6 months, to a year, and easier to travel with than the big plastic boxes that a lot of us travel with. Next time, you're out and about traveling, I recommend giving them a try. And if you feel like it, if you like aging your cigars, these will do that for a year. Throw them in there, put them away, forget about them. Just don't forget where you put them.